6:40 in the morning, in my car, outside Disney's Hollywood Studios, because it's Tuesday pin drop day, and a little update from Disney's Hollywood Studios. So yes, I am currently outside of Disney's Hollywood Studios Auto Plaza at 6:40 in the morning on a Tuesday, because it's Tuesday pin drop. The only reason I am here for this pin drop is because this is the Magical Theater Lion King monthly drop, or this pin's version, that Kayla has been wanting. And the only reason she really wants this pin is because she wants to add it to her Lion King personal collection. So we're going to try to get that. And my friend Dom really needs the new Port Orleans French Quarter anniversary pin that has Tiana on it. So we're going to be doing that today. We're going to see what time do they let us in and let us go through and see if we can actually get this pin this morning. And then once we're all done with that, we're going to do some pin trading, do quick updates, and maybe get some breakfast and see what we can do. But if you haven't done so, we are going to be doing this and see if you guys like this. Let me know if you guys do pin drops, because this was stressful this morning getting here. So the security guards have got out here. They got out here about 10 minutes ago. They actually cleared one of the lines out, and they're trying to push everyone to the middle in a sense. And they just talked to everyone, and they said they're going to try to let us in around 7:30. And so we'll see how bad that is, because I do know that the Disney transportation starts about an hour and a half before the park opens. So I'm hoping we can still beat anyone who's maybe coming from the Skyliner and anything else. But we'll just have to see, because the one thing with Hollywood Studios is you don't need early entry to be able to access Pin Tuesday. So we're going to see how this goes, because right now I'm a little nervous that I'm trying to get it, but there's only, like it said, 15-ish cars out here. Last week, I know when it was the Keyblade, the attraction window, everything, it was like, apparently by 7 o'clock, there was probably a good 200-300 cars waiting to get in, and like it was backed way up. So kind of hopeful that this morning's not going to be as bad, because I really want to get these pins. These are pins we're not going to be trading. These are pins that are going to be getting for us and our friends, because they like these pins. These are some that'll be added to personal collections. So they did open the Auto Plaza right at 7:30, and already we are now up to the gate. We are about maybe 10 people back from one of the touch points, but this is what it kind of looks like right now, waiting to come into Hollywood. So I think I've got a really good chance of getting these pins this morning, because it's one of the pins Kayla really wants, and I want to make sure she can get it. And I kind of want to just voice over it. So they opened the touch points, and the touch points got very hectic very quickly, and a lot of people were complaining about things, but we were lucky enough to be able to get in, touch it, and get in line, get inside. And then the way that they have it set up is that you enter in the dark room, and then you go all the way up and around through Five and Dime, through the back, by all of the cups, everything else, and then they have you at a front point where the cast member will wait to see who is next or who is open, and then they'll let you come on over that way. And you see, I keep texting Kayla because I'm like, oh, they don't have the Tiana pin, they don't have this pin, but it was actually really good, and it's actually very organized, so you can definitely tell they've really worked on this to make sure it's always good. Secured the 2 pins we needed. And I also grabbed a couple of mystery pouches. I know Kayla's gonna be upset by it, but if I pull that super chaser, she's not gonna be as mad about it. So let's go find a place to sit for a second, breathe, let me come down from the high that was Pin Drop Tuesday, and I'll talk about what kind of happened and how you can make it the best Pin Drop Tuesday possible. It was kind of crazy because they only had 1 pin. I thought they were gonna have the Tiana one, but I guess they must be only selling that one at Port Orleans right now. So let's go find a place to sit, breathe, and maybe come down from the adrenaline rush I just had. Okay, found myself a good spot. I'm at the seating area outside of the dockside diner, but I wanted to show you. So this is the pin that dropped today, was the Lion King Magical Theater pin set. And this is part of a 12 month series that they're doing. But I was really happy because Kayla said this is the one pin, this and one other pin is the one that she really wanted out of any of the pins that were coming out from the pin event. And so I got this one. On top of that, I grabbed 2 mystery packs of the 2026 Wave A one. So let's open these up, see what to get. I really want that Super Chaser because it's the Hatbox Ghost one. So let's see what we get in these. All right, so got ourselves a mystery pack here. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right, let's see. What do we get? What do we get? Oh, we got Tuk Tuk. That means we got a Super Chaser. We got a chase already. So that's pretty good. We already got that chase before. And Daisy. Ooh, I got a castle. It's Pirates of the Caribbean castle. And Figment ears. Pirate Castle, Figment, Daisy Cupcake, and Tuk Tuk as the chaser. So I will tell you, it was not quite as hectic as I thought it was going to be. I know it's just because of the one pin they had tonight or today, but it was pretty crazy because like we walked in, I scanned in right away, immediately walked in, and the way that they do it is in the 5 and 10, they literally make you walk up, all the way up and around and all the way around, and they have every register available with the pins available to be sold. So that was pretty crazy. From time of getting into the park to the time of actually getting the pin, 15 minutes at most, 15 minutes, and wasn't too bad. I'm glad I was able to get those pins and I was able to get those two mystery packs. So like I said, I got the Tuck Trader and I got the Pirates of the Caribbean castle, which I actually really like the castle sets quite a lot. So there's 3 things we wanted to accomplish today. First one was get the Lion King pin for Kayla. Second thing was to try and go pin trade, see if we can maybe fill up our board for the day. And thirdly, let's see all the new stuff happening because Rock and Roller Coaster, the guitar is fully open. I want to go over to the Animation Courtyard area, check out the hat, and maybe side quests. Let's go find some breakfast somewhere. Let's see what we can get, maybe a breakfast Ronto roaster this morning. It's not quite open yet for everyone else. It's about 27 minutes till the park opens, 37 minutes till the park opens for everyone else. So let's go and do some pin trading. Also, we do need to go over and talk about the construction update for Monsters Inc. Land and the new Doors roller coaster because BioConstruct, who I'll link in the description below, has been posting a lot of the updates happening so far, and it's finally going vertical. So we'll get kind of a good idea of what it looks like already once we get over there. But you come over here, take a quick picture of Gertie, because that kind of the day, you always gotta say hi to Gertie in the morning. So not gonna be quite like the normal pin trading videos we do, where I will go to every board. I will not show you every board. I will just show you what I end up getting. Maybe a couple boards here and there that may be really good. I should have showed you the one up at Guest Relations because there were a lot of the new 2026 Wave A's on those. And so I made sure to grab some that we do not have because we've got quite a few of them we've collected over the last couple of months, but I grabbed a couple that we have not gotten yet. So very excited about that. But I want to head down Sunset Boulevard because I want to go check out the Rock and Roller Coaster car and guitar as well. So I wonder if they'll let me even go down this far because I really want to go into Sunset Club Couture and the Sunset Ranch pins and souvenirs because they have boards there, but they're not quite open yet. I think those are ones that will not open until 9 a.m. So this is always so cool. Just, I am very impressed how quickly, but I also like the fact that they painted the archway kind of grayish, but I love the car. But what's really fun is look at the license plate on there. Muppets. But it says Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets. We are not that far away from the first official opening day, and next week they do offer some previews. They're starting some previews starting next week if you're an annual pass holder on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So I'm gonna try to come out on the 21st to try to check it out, but I also wanted to check out, look at the guitar. That thing looks so cool. I'm actually very excited about it. Like, I know a lot of people are very sad to see Aerosmith leave, and I am too, but I am very excited because look at all the color. I wonder what the trains are gonna look like once they get debuted, but even look, the poster has been officially changed over for Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem. Well, if you're gonna be coming to the theme parks, especially to Disney or Universal or anything in Central Florida, be prepared for heat. Even at 8:46 in the morning, it is already 84 degrees and already feels like it's in the 90s, and it's only 8:45 in the morning. So be prepared for that. Have a water bottle, have some cooling fans, have cooling towels, have anything and everything you can think of to try to use because it will get very warm very fast here and you're gonna really need it. And I really want to take a quick check because over here at the Animation Courtyard area, they've officially put up the Sorcerer's Hat, which is very similar to what they have out in Glendale out at the animation studio out there. And what's really cool is BioConstruct posted a picture the other day looking down, and they've already started working on installing the new Animation Courtyard sign as well. So I'm very excited to see this come back. I'm very excited to see what they incorporate. I would love to see the draw of the characters and just all the different meet and greets and everything. This could be so fun and exciting to bring back. Plus, it just means animation's coming back to Hollywood Studios, which is kind of the premise of this park, was for movie making and everything. I was also doing the look around to see what kind of breakfast options are available here at Hollywood Studios in the morning. So there's two places I know I can tell you right off the bat. If you can go get a breakfast Ronto roaster over in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and I'll show you that right here, what that kind of looks like, so you can get an idea of what you might want if you wanted to get something like that. Or you can actually go to Woody's Lunchbox and they have breakfast bowls, including a kid's version as well, which in my mind, getting the kid's size of anything at Disney is pretty much all you need sometimes, because anything more, kind of feel really bad about it. So I'll put those up right here for over at Woody's Lunchbox. I think I may get something from Woody's Lunchbox here in a little bit, because also it comes with a drink, and I can always use myself a good little drink, especially on a nice warm day like today. I see how they do it. I was really interested to see how do they do early morning magic for people who are staying on property and those who are not staying on property. So if you are not staying on property, you stay to the right-hand side. If you're staying on property, you stay to the left, and they will scan you as you get up there. So kind of a good thing to know, because they kind of pretty much open the park all the way up pretty much when they let everyone in at Hollywood Studios. So you kind of roam, they're not crowded anywhere. There's not really much places to stand and wait. So kind of like that a little bit more than like the other places do it. If you're also looking for another place for some breakfast items, is right down here at Fairfax Fair. They do have a waffle platter, Mickey-shaped waffle served with bacon and syrup. Actually sounds very good. And I think they also have a, well, it's just an enchanted rose, so it looks like something else. But then they do have for May the 4th for Star Wars Day, they had a Bantha sipper that they did debut for that day. So if you are if you are looking for other options, you do have this over here with the waffle platter. You can get yourself an enchanted rose, which is a lot of chocolate to start out in the morning. So now if you are curious, one of the other ways that they do it here is at Tower of Terror, is that if you want to wait before the ride opens to be up on the ride and you're not staying for early admission, or you're not coming in for early magic, you actually go off to the left and they actually have this line. That's what that line is. It's for everyone coming in who does not have early morning access from the resorts. I will say, like, I think I asked this question quite a long time ago, but I really do think that Galaxy's Edge could really benefit from maybe one more attraction of some sort. It's like you do have Smuggler's Run, where you get to fly the Millennium Falcon and everything, and you have Rise of Resistance, one of the best rides, trackless ride systems, everything that Disney has ever created. However, it needs like one more ride, and I'm not even 100% sure what that would look like when it came to that, but it needs something else to like incorporate. Like you do have Star Tours, but then that's also part of the other weird stuff I have, is that you have this whole entire Galaxy's Edge, then you have Star Tours, but then they're not in the same area as each other. It's a weird thing, but just kind of one of those things I'm always curious, like what kind of ride would benefit or make Galaxy's Edge even better than it already is. I think what is absolutely crazy is that, so like coming out of Galaxy's Edge right here, look at how far they've pushed back the walls now for the construction work happening for Monsters, Inc. land. But I do like I said, like, Final Construct put up some really good stuff of recently of all the work that's being done so far on Monsters Inc. and everything. So from the pictures he has of the Monsters Inc., like the scare floor door coaster ride that they are building, to Harry Houdini's, or Houdini's I think is what it is the little restaurant that they have in Monstropolis, and just all the other construction that is happening right now. There is so much cool stuff going to be happening. Now what I would love to see them do is somehow turn this into like the Monsters Inc. laugh floor, but again, you are going in. Harryhausen's is what it's called. But there's the door ride, and like I said, kind of get an idea what it looks like in comparison now, because we'll take a little picture, look at all the pictures that BioConstruct has put up. And like I said, I did put them in the link below, so you guys can check it out as well. With all the construction work happening right now across everything from Universal to here to Magic Kingdom and everything else in between, it's really good to check his stuff out, because he posts some really good photos of construction happening. So, but you guys gotta let me know, are you guys excited for Monsters Inc. to come in? I know a lot of people were very unhappy because of Muppets, but the Monsters Inc. one was kind of a surprise announcement when it was announced at D23 a couple years ago. So that's kind of a genuine surprise, is that out here at Star Tours in the queue area, Darth Vader is meeting people. Now, a big reason why is because of the fact that the launch bay is closed. Darth Vader has nowhere to go to meet. So it looks like they have a meeting, maybe at least in the morning right now, because I cannot tell you how hot it would be later on to go meet him in the afternoon. But that's kind of cool. So if you are interested in trying to meet like Darth Vader, he's right over here past Star Tours in this little line right here. And he's honestly got maybe a 5 to 10 minute wait at most to just go see him. My goal is I need to head into Tattooing Traders because I'm trying to find pin boards. I think this is the tough part about Tuesday pin drops, is that sometimes you get really lucky and pins don't fully sell out. So like right now, the Lion King Magical Theater pin isn't fully sold out right now, and they sell quite a lot in the pin shop in the dark room. However, there are some weeks where you come in for pin drop and pins sell out instantly. So it was kind of one of those days. I also think because there was only one pin available and it wasn't the A to Z pins, it wasn't the Keyblade, wasn't the attraction window. That's why this one wasn't like a super big drop. For me, it was a big drop because I needed that one for Kayla. But it's kind of interesting to see that they still have plenty of them still available at the dark room at 9:25 in the morning. So I didn't really know to get here for super early morning. But of course, if I hadn't come for super early morning, probably wouldn't be here anymore. I was kind of hoping that I would get more pin trading done, and I still might. I don't have to leave for like another 20-ish minutes from the park. So maybe I'll try to hit a couple more boards on the way out. But like so far, like I said, I ended up getting a couple of the 2026 mystery ones. So like I got this, looks like Dale Cupcake, and then the Lightning McQueen one, which I think we've already gotten this one before, but I think we traded it for something else at some point. But I am still very excited to get this. And now knowing I didn't need to be here this early kind of makes me think, man, I could have gotten here now and not spend all morning. But it was kind of a fun experience. So if you guys are interested to know, that's how it works with Pin Tuesday drops at Hollywood Studios. So Hollywood Studios, you do not need to have early morning access to be able to access the store. You don't need to access the store because they let everyone in at the same time, and when you get to certain areas, that's where they will scan to see if you're staying at one of the resorts or not. And so I was parked by 6:38 this morning outside of the Auto Plaza. They did not let us in until 7:30, and then they let us into the park until 8 o'clock. So it gives you kind of a better timeline for that. I don't know how it is. I think at Magic Kingdom, you go wait on the Liberty Square Bridge for the pins, and then they walk you down to Frontierland Trading Post, and you can get in at the same time as everyone else. All 4 parks you can get in at the same time when the touch points open to go in, but to get to certain areas are only restricted at Epcot and Disney's Animal Kingdom, because Animal Kingdom, if you're staying in one of the resorts, you stay off to the left of the Oasis area, and if you're not, you're staying off to the right, and you get early access to pretty much the whole park at that point. At Epcot, same thing. You get in front of the ball, you can go to the 2 shops, but you hang out by the Creations restaurant and the Starbucks, because you can go in there, get your Starbucks and everything. But if you're staying on property, you stay to the right-hand side of Spaceship Earth, and you'll be able to access everything that is available for early morning access. So I would say if you don't have early morning access and you do have a ticket to the park, coming to Hollywood is not actually an awful decision whatsoever, just because you do have a lot of things, and like a lot of the rides are not super long waits. Like the tower is only 15. Once Rockin' reopens, that'll be less. The only downside, like it says, Rise is closed right now. Mickey and Minnie's is up to a 40-minute wait, but that's always got a long wait early in the day. Plus, they have a couple of good breakfast options. I didn't get any breakfast here. I think I'm just going to get something else after I leave the park, but kind of nice breakfast options if you ask me, per se, with that for the Hollywood Studios. All right, so unfortunately, it is time for me to make my way out of Disney's Hollywood Studios today. And like I said, a very successful morning in the fact that I was able to go get the Lion King Magical Theater pin for Kayla, and was able to do some unpacking of some new pins and got another chase. Got to check out all of the things going on from Rock and Roller Coaster with the paint job on the car and on the guitar. Got to check out Animation Courtyard with the hat and even show some updates going with that. Talk about some breakfast items that are here at the park, so if you are coming early in the day, you can find yourself something to eat if you need to. And got to see some updates when it came to Monsters Inc. Land. But overall, it was a very good morning out here to Hollywood Studios. Kind of wish I could have gotten on a couple rides, but it is a little bit too early in the day, and Slinky was a long wait, and Rock and Roller Coaster is still not open quite yet. So we'll have to come back another time to try to do that. So if you guys enjoy our adventures out here to Hollywood Studios, from Pin Drop Tuesday to some updates around the park, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are working our way quickly to 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube. But with all that being said, though, as I do make my way out of our adventures at Hollywood Studios, we'll see y'all on the next adventure.